It was a chilly October evening when Emily Carter heard frantic knocking at her front door. As a registered nurse in the small town of Brooksville, she was used to late-night emergencies, but nothing like this. When she opened the door, a man, pale and shaking, clutched his chest. Blood seeped through his shirt, and his eyes pleaded for help. Without hesitation, Emily sprang into action. She led him inside, her nurse's instincts overriding everything else. "You've been shot," she said, grabbing a towel and pressing it against the wound. "Stay with me." The man groaned. "Please, no hospital, they'll find me." Emily hesitated. This was a dangerous situation. But as a nurse, her oath was to save lives. She rushed to her home medical kit, cleaned the wound, and stabilized him as best as she could. He drifted in and out of consciousness, but she stayed by his side all night. By morning, the stranger was strong enough to talk. "My name is Daniel Reed," he said. "I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Some guys were dealing drugs behind my apartment. I saw too much, they shot me. If I go to a hospital, they'll find out where I am." Emily's heart pounded. She had just risked everything for this man. But her troubles were just beginning. The fallout. 2 days later, Emily arrived at work at Brooksville General Hospital, only to be called into her supervisor's office. Emily, her supervisor, Linda Marsh, sighed, sliding a file across the desk. "Do you know why you're here?" Emily shook her head, though her gut told her otherwise. The police were alerted to a man with a gunshot wound being treated outside of a hospital. "You were reported for practicing medicine without authorization." Emily's breath caught in her throat. "I saved a life," she argued. "What was I supposed to do? Let him bleed out on my porch?" Linda's expression softened, but her voice remained firm. "Hospital policy is clear. You should have called 911. You left us no choice." Tears welled in Emily's eyes as she was handed her termination letter. She had dedicated 10 years to this hospital, working double shifts, missing holidays with her family, and sacrificing her own well-being, all for what? She walked out of the hospital in a daze, her future uncertain. A stunning twist. Days later, a knock came at her door again. This time, when she opened it, she was met with flashing cameras and a group of reporters. And standing among them was Daniel Reed. Clean-shaven, wearing a suit, and looking far different from the wounded man she had saved, he smiled. "Emily Carter, you didn't just save my life. You saved my future." Confused, Emily barely had time to react before Daniel continued. "I'm not just some random guy. I'm an investigative journalist. I was working undercover to expose a criminal network when I was shot. The police couldn't protect me, so I had to disappear. If you had taken me to the hospital, they would have found me and finished the job." Gasps rippled through the reporters. Daniel turned to the cameras. "This woman is a hero. And I'm here to make sure she gets the justice she deserves." The story went viral overnight. Social media exploded with outrage over Emily's firing. Thousands signed petitions demanding her reinstatement. National news outlets picked up the story, and within days, Brooksville General was under immense pressure. A week later, Emily received a call from the hospital board. "We made a mistake," the chairman admitted. "We'd like to offer you your job back, with a promotion." Emily smiled, wiping away tears of relief. "Thank you," she said. But as she looked at Daniel, she realized something: she was meant for more than just going back to the same job. "I appreciate the offer," she told the chairman. "But I think I have a new calling." With Daniel's help, she started a foundation for medical professionals who faced punishment for making ethical decisions in emergencies. Her story became a symbol of what it truly meant to be a healer. And as she stood in front of a cheering crowd at a fundraising event months later, she knew she had done the right thing. Sometimes, saving a life meant changing your own.